What's the best car in your opinion? The Homer. Any Toyota. My daily driver is a 2001 4Runner with 330k. This rig gets me anywhere. Toyota or Honda. Mazda is good too. Toyota Camry series. Toyota Corolla or Camry. No doubt. Any Lexus DBH. The one that runs on Waterman. The one I own. C. The Batmobile. Currently, Dodge Charger SRT8. I own 2 Toyota Avalons. No one talks about them and there is no demand for them, so they are cheap to buy. Their safety rating is 910, so the insurance is cheaper than a Corolla. And the car is a V6 that tops a 130, so you still get speeds you will never logically use. Along with the reliability, Toyota is known for. The car requires basically no maintenance whatsoever and has a transmission that could give a muscle car a run for its money. What's a reason people commit murder? Sometimes a MF just needs stabbing. Money, women, power, insurance payout. I commit murder in my toilet daily. To post it on TikTok and gain fame. Ego. Jealousy. There are many reasons. Some do it out of fear. Some out of necessity. Some do it for kicks. Some do it out of anger. Some do it accidentally. Mental illness. Money, revenge, twisted morals, etc. etc. Weakness. Cognitive reasoning. Or lack thereof. Well, firstly, what do you mean when you say murder? Do you mean it is any act committed by one or more persons against one or more other persons that results in death? Or are you limiting the scope specifically to homicide, which indicates premeditated action? Fun. Apparently for just being rejected by women, though you have to be really pathetic to even consider that as a reasonable response to rejection. If each state in the USA were its own country, which states would be most likely to go to war with another? Hell with NY going to war with another state. It would be NYC and the rest of NY fighting. Texas and California probably. But Texas would have a terrible time because they would be facing the full weight of the American military industry complex. This wouldn't be a repeat of the Civil War. It would just be a bloodbath. Texas would go to war with every liberal state on day one. Canada and Mexico enter the chat. Ohio and Michigan. Somebody is going to invade Missouri to settle some old scores. Texas and Florida. Texas against California. Alaska hits Hawaii. I mean, envy. Hello? Colorado, Wyoming, Nebraska, Montana, and North Dakota all have ICBMs, so nobody would be going to war with them. Hi Reddit, what is your favorite non-English song? 99 Red Balloons, but whatever that is in German. I and you, Teresa Tang. Foreigner. Despacito 2, probably the ballast cover of Corey by Post Regiment. Couldn't even begin to know what they're saying, but it's pretty good. The Deep in Abyss intro. Merry Christmas the Goat. Right now it's Hurricane by Electric Callboy. Rammstein Adios. DNA by BTS, not a BTS stan or even listen to them actively, but that song is pretty nice on ears. Traitors Requiem. Africa Victim https u2.pixel2tp0. Gangnam Style. Probably First Light by Haze, though I have a lot of other songs I would consider favorite as well. The Commissioner, in German. Oh. The Invention of the Wheel. For the Time, No Sleep. What stupid thing did you believe as a child? That my parents loved me. That the vagina was on front like penises are on front. That bad guys always lose. I thought that I was the main character in a movie. That I became invisible when I closed my eyes. The United States, in its entirety, was Buffalo. I lived in Buffalo, New York BTW, since it vaguely looked like a buffalo to me. That life would be as easy as it was then. If only I could go back and give myself a reality check. God was real, my country was the greatest, my parents were good, teachers had my best interests at heart, cops were helpful, love was real, there was such a thing as fairness. That I could be anything I want to be profession-wise. That my dad would come back. Honeybee shit. That ghosts play when we sleep, as soon as we wake up ghosts disappear. The Queen and David Attenborough are examples whose death will devastate the world. Listen Reeves. The Queen would devastate the world? I'm from the UK and I couldn't give a fuck. Dolly Parton. The Queen is immortal though, so probably David Attenborough. Kim Jong-un. Morgan Freeman. At the moment, Zelensky. I believe the Queen's death will herald a number of countries rejecting the monarchy as their head of state. So less devastating. Most people expect a 90-year-old to die soon enough. More freeing. The most devastating deaths are the ones that come out of the blue and or before their time. When revered figures die in old age, I feel like it's more of an opportunity to remember and celebrate their life. How often do you see someone and think I would like to have sex with them? Only when I open my eyes. Not often I specifically think I would like to, but see plenty of people who I would say that about if actually asked. Many times a day. I've seen women before. Never as far as I know. I can think someone is looking good, but I don't feel horny about random people in the street. Lots. If I'm out and about for a couple of hours I'm sure to see someone. I don't have this thought about random people very often at all. I can't remember a last time. I've wondered what someone is like in bed, and what's under their pants. Pretty much every time I wake up next to her and every time I see her during the day and when we go to sleep. Other people not really. Surprisingly not often, only if I am extremely horny. Yet I may ask myself what kissing them will feel like. If your friend calls you and tells you that robotic monkeys are attacking his house and he needs your help, what do? Camera. Robot bananas. Wait, you guys have friends? I am a victim of the bystander effect. Bring a shovel. Grab some Pokeballs so I could catch them. Tell them sorry you got the wrong number, I don't have friends. Which friend is it? I'm busy. Terminator's at home. I never answer my phone, so he's on his own and should have known to text not call me. Call in a nuke strike. Say no. Tell him to die fighting, like a man. Get Phineas and Ferb. Laugh. Tell him it's just the acid kicking in, you'll have to just ride it out for the next few hours. Have fun. Serious, what's keeping you alive right now? Bodily functions for now. Honestly? The thought of how crushing it would be to my mother if I wasn't. I couldn't do that to her and so I won't. My cats. A complicated series of environmental conditions supporting an equally complicated series of biological functions. Probably booze and cocaine. My dogs. My first dog knew when I was at my lowest point after years of bullying and abuse. He made it his job to keep me company. He was always with me on my lap, making sure I wasn't going to do anything. And I couldn't when he would look at me like, hey, I'm still here for you. He passed away almost 8 years ago, but in his memory, I got more dogs and now I live for them. My kids and about 14 medications. My kids, my cats, my hamster, and I'm finally fucking get ahead in life. My partners. What do you find cuter? Babies? Or animals? The ugliest critter is cuter than the cutest baby. Baby animals. Human babies can kick rocks. Babies are gross. Pets are more affordable and cuter. Animals. I don't find babies cute at all. I'm sorry, but animals, because at least they don't throw up cry constantly. Myself. Animals 100. I'm very good friends with my resident cottontails. The mamas keep the bond strong through the generations by bringing their new bunts to see me. There is nothing cuter than a baby bunny. Animals. Babies aren't even cute, to be honest. They start getting cute around the 5th month. Babies. My dog just makes a mess and looks at me and barks and goes, not my problem. My son makes a mess and cries about it. He's almost 1 year old. Babies. I like animals, but seeing a baby always makes me smile. How do you meet people to date if you're shy? I have a date this weekend with a girl I met last week at a concert. Being an introvert and quite shy, my best suggestion is to just get dressed up and go outside. Online, where all the other shy or introverted people that want to date are. Leave shyness at the door. You gotta chase after it, no easy task. But if you don't shoot, you don't score. Thank you. Just be me, and have a older brother whose girlfriend has a beautiful sister. My bros GF played matchmaker between me and her sister, which was nice of her. I met my wife by going to the skating rink every week and staring at her on and off all night. One day I timed going out so we'd walk out at the same time and she said she liked my shoes. Find your skating rink. Best thing to do is have a friend who isn't as shy and go to places that you would have fun at, with difficulty. What's something men should do to impress women? Stop trying to impress women. That's a serious answer. Be themselves. I don't think anyone should try to impress anyone when you're dating because it sets false expectations. Just be you. If it leads to something, great. If it doesn't, oh well. There are plenty of other people to date. Get regular manicures. Hands matter. Be nice. Be humble but confident. Men should work on themselves until they are truly impressed of what they've achieved, and the public will get impressed. Be genuine so you impress the right women. Pretending just to impress backfires, because if you two don't match with the real you and you're just faking it, the relationship will never work out. When you have sex, play Hudson Mohawk Seabat. Dance more. If I'm in a restaurant, my fave song comes on, OFC, I'm gonna do a little boogie in my seat, you better be dancing with me. For those who have left or thinking about leaving social media platforms, what made you decide to do so? Realized how much time I wasted procrastinating. For FB, just got really toxic, especially though pandemic. I work in medical and a lot of PPL back home are on the anti-vax anti-mask deal. Just made me feel shitty a lot. Now I don't feel shitty. Deleted my Facebook almost 10 years ago now. It was making me hate people I didn't want to hate. For Instagram, it was taking up far too much time and causing me stress. There is just something super cringe about posting selfies, other photos, your thoughts about current issues, etc. I just stopped quite a few years ago. Can't do it. The whole cycle of notifications and replies is an irritating interruption too. Too much just really people, I've seen your fake smiles enough, go pop another pill. If Atlantis was discovered tomorrow under the sea with humanoid inhabitants, what do you think the society would look like? Primitive or advanced? Moist. Under the sea? Advanced because they had no threats to deal with, and considering they are alive means they had a lot of time with peace. Kind of like the ancient Egyptians where they had lots of time to mature and grow because of the harsh lands that surrounded them. Advanced. At least as advanced as things can get underwater. Polluted. They'd be living under. You write a book about your life. What's the title? The worst life I've ever had. A fuck-up story. Childhood well-being, more important than an SD card? Divergent. Eat shitbang no one. Misconception and Tragedies, the survival guide. Playboy. She wanted to do it all and got damn close. Depressing and a complete shit show. Life, death, and attempting both. A series of unfortunate events. A trip down to a planet called Demise. Much ado about nothing. You. Extraordinary. What value do artists contribute to society? Entertainment. Everyone who works on movies, video games, media is an artist of some kind. Rule 34. Art. You don't realize how much of your daily interactions involve work from a creative person. World Wars apparently. Sensory pleasure. Art is at the center of most of your life even if you don't realize it. The mobile phone you're holding, for example, an artist has created all of those designs. The shows we watch, the CGI, the games we play, etc. Although, what I find most scary is the advance of AI in this space. Much of what we call art of imagery can be computer generated now using AI. Give Dale to a Google search and check out what it can do. What's your phone background? A duck in a jacket holding a knife. My dog looking like it's about to bite your ass. My girlfriend and I from our first couple of days physically together. We met online, her from Romania, and me from Scandinavia. We live together now and she has made my life 10 times better. Photo of my little daughter. Lock screen is a Coruscant cityscape from Star Wars. Home screen is the Citadel from Mass Effect, as seen from one of the wards. For the past month it's been personally converted images I find often on our retrofuturism. My front yard in my second house. Default. Never bothered to change it. A one-of-a-kind photo of Gon from Hunter x Hunter standing by a lake. Rock and stone. I have wallpaper engine so GIF of Freddy Fazbear working. Feel free to screenshot and post, just make sure you hide anything you don't want internet strangers to see. How old are you versus how old do you feel? 48, physically I feel older. Mentally I feel 30-ish, 33, I guess I feel 33? I felt older when I was younger so it's hard to say. 29. Mentally I feel 19. Physically I feel 39, 14, I still feel 11. I am 30 and feel 30. Literally for the first time in my life I feel my age. I always felt younger than I was. I'm 23 in my head, about 80 in my joints, and 25 in years. I'm 32. Feel like 36, 26, 18, 44, but mentally, about 30. Physically, 85, 18, ooh 18? I don't feel older. 30 but I feel 45. My back and knee cracks with a little bending and white hair for the first time. What is the most valuable lesson you've learned in life? 3 come to mind: that if you do the crime you gotta do the time, that sometimes the people that you think are your friends aren't your friends, and that if you don't treat her right she will leave. Take your pick. Thoughtful face. Let go. Let go of broken relationships, broken promises and people that just want to hurt you. Then you can let go of the pain. It's okay to be wrong. Learning from that and improving is the better path than just being prideful. Though it does take some practice and learning to deal with a bit of shame and embarrassment. After it's just second nature. You don't owe anyone anything. When someone starts bringing up personal flaws about you in a debate argument, take a knee and run out the clock. You've won. Don't go any further. Don't just kill the men, but the women, and the children too. Then hate sand. Family is important but so is survival. What's the most annoying thing about having breasts? Old men who smoke on the street stare at me for long periods of time. Not being able to find a proper fitting bra. Under boob sweat. My wife randomly squeezing them yelling titties. Under boob sweats which can cause acne BTW and being 10 pounds heavier because of it. Ask your mom. Always being the center of attention. Society being almost not show breasts. Back pain. Holding everyone up while trying to squeeze through the door of a bus. Imagaisaya. One's bigger than the other. Bras. Men staring at them. What is your non-sexual guilty pleasure? Using big words I don't understand on AskReddit in order to sound more photosynthesis. Cannabis. Pooping with the door open when nobody's home, usually while improvising a song about open door dumps. True crime podcasts. Watching very bad movies with friends in a drinking game. Talking like Sharknado, Black Sheep, Black Dynamite, Sand Sharks and so on. Photo manipulation art. KFC. Fine chocolate. Potato chips. I'm a grown-ass man. I love them so much and I love all the flavors. My favorite is voodoo chips. I buy boxes of them and eat them with everything. Let's just say I hope that shuffling among Postmates and DoorDash and Grubhub and Uber Eats will keep all those drivers from judging me too much. Men of Reddit, what is your dream woman? First, Emma Watson. She exists in my dreams. A full-blooded Italian 10. A real one and not a fake anime pillow. Why unfae? Give me a physical rundown. Pretend you're God. Start at the top of her head down to her feet. Include personality, education, height, weight, coloring, suburban versus city, etc. Even include traits you would like passed on to your children or traits and abilities you admire like running, painting, singing, etc. My current GF is my dream woman: short, crazy, thick, black, beautiful lips, big afro hair, beautiful athletic body. I'm so in love with her. I just like boobs. I'm like a toddler. I gave up the dream women thing. There are people you can get along well with. It is work nonetheless and no guarantees it will stay that way. Sorry, but I identify as an ape. Why can't you take the DMV test naked? To know about US, but here in the UK, you are legally required to wear suitable appropriate footwear to operate the car foot controls. That is enough Reddit for today. No stick shift cars allowed, because public nudity is not legal in the USA. Who says you can? What's a DMV? I guess it's considered public nudity. I'm a head out. And long story short, that's how the shifter got in my shitter dock. I think there's a law against driving without a shirt, but I guess it depends where are you from. Check your local legislation, and find out for yourself. Winking face. To be honest, I want to know if the free DMV US tests. I don't want them to laugh at me. What is most valuable thing you can give to someone that isn't expensive? Time. Love, time, favors like helping them. Your time. Some cliche shit like time, wisdom, or knowledge. I'd say care. Advice based on my experiences so they can learn from it. Love. Your support. Love. Respect. Your laughter. Making them a good meal and sharing it together. May only be applicable to specific people, but deodorant. Cheetos. Americans of Reddit, what is your favorite British swear word? I'm not American, but I really like the scene from a movie, can't remember what it's called. I'm not a pedo, but if I was, you'd be safe, you fat little ginger. Count always gets me. Knob just because it's so British. Cunt. Beef curtains. Anything bloody. Fanny girl. Bollocks. Cunt. Bloody or a wanker. Wanker. Swamp donkey. Bellend. Bellend or possibly Bellendoed says all are correct. Thank you Simon Whistler for entering this term into my lexicon. Mix. Cunt. FTW. More of an insult than a swear word. Numpty. What is the weirdest song you can put during sex? Any children's song will be weird. I'm the Scatman. Axel F. Crazy Frog. Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. Hudson Mohawk Seabat. Mad World. Macarena. The Benny Hill theme song. Man face palming. Ask the guy who just yesterday posted his Tifu for the whole world to judge. He was fake, I am sure, but the song. OMG. https www.youtube.com watch? Vkawi WKKS Zuo feature youtube.b https www.youtube.com watch? Vkawi WKKS Zuo feature youtube.b pertaining to https www.reddit.com r Tifu comments x35u6 Tifu. My 20F girlfriend of 2 years told me the Sweet Home Alabama